Good afternoon, team. Welcome to the midweek video. It is Wednesday afternoon. I'm doing this video while the market is still open so I can catch some live action and kind of see what's going on. This is the chart I sent a picture of. Basically, this is the 15-minute cues. As you can clearly see, we're in a downtrend. Even from back here, August 16th, the trend is like kind of overall down. And then recently from the 26th on, we've just been, aggressively after Powell, the Powell speech, aggressively down. We have a feeble attempt here at a change in pattern, but it's very feeble. I don't see this with any strength. There's a lot of high volume bars on the downside. There's some good ones here, but not really when you thrust behind them. We need to basically clear this 305 level, this 305 level, this 307, this 308 level right here. That's really what we need to clear. Let me clean this up. This is basically what I need to see. I see this little consolidation here. This needs to be taken out because we hit our head here repeatedly and obviously fail. So there's a point of interest there. And then since then, it's been, lower highs. Here we go. It's been lower highs. We've just been stepping down. Okay, so we need to reverse this trend, get a higher high, and then start building this right side, and then eventually take out 321 up here in the 330s and get back to this area back here we were mid-month. That's not going to happen anytime soon. I don't foresee that. We're right at 300, psychological round number. We kind of staying right in this little area right there. We're consolidating right here. So this little wedge pattern, normally it breaks to the downside, which coincides with the channel that we're in. Again, I'm dissecting this, but we kind of, there's no stocks to watch or anything like that. This is just not a good market to be getting aggressively long. This trend line got triggered the day before, so I kind of redrew it because I want to maintain this upward channel to kind of mimic the 50 and kind of give me a heads up if we break it again. Again, we are living below the 50. We've been below the 21 for since the Powell speech. You don't go long below the 21 if it breaks it. You definitely do not go long, and you get the heck out of your stocks if they're not working for you and they stop you out below the 50. It's just that simple. Just keep trading simple, guys. Below the 50, you don't do anything. That's it. You don't do anything. You wait for things to, like here, you wait for things to kind of figure out, get above the 50 again, and then we tested the 15 to 21, and then we had a rally. So right now, are we going down here and we're kind of doing this? I have no idea. All I know is we are below the 50. And below the 50, we don't go long. We are below the 21 on a downward sloping 21. We do not buy below the 21. I've taken some pilot positions. MCK, I made some good money in a quarter position. I made some very little money on the other quarter, and I broke even to a 0.5% loss on the last half that I had. I'm stopped out of MCK. I have a rate, so let me kind of, I'm talking about it. Let me pull them up. So basically, it just, I don't like this. I want the strength. If it clears, I want you to clear it. I want you to take it. Okay, so I should have held the 21 as my hope, but again, I just don't like the overall market. I'm forcing trades. It's a stock downward move. 5 or 6 points in a day. I'm just not comfortable holding this. I took a small position here. Again, I'm letting the 21 kind of be my line in the sand. As you can see, once it kind of consolidated here, and we took it like right there, it has held it. It came back here to test it, and it closed that day higher. So technically it wouldn't have stopped you out. Is it doing again the same thing here today? I don't know, but right now I'm above the 21, so I'm keeping it. The second it goes below the 21, which will be like 19 or something like that, I'm out. Simple as that. This trend line, I'm adding to it. Which is the other one that I gave you guys that I'm kind of like eyeballing? CPRX. CPRX, again, same kind of concept. You know, we're back here. This little base right here got taken out. Even if you want to be more traditional, wait for the, you know, the 875, 890 range. I say 9. Fine, you take it at 9. You're, 13 and a half. That's a great move. That's the breakout. That's what you look for. Okay, this is what we look for. If you want a little earlier cheat entry, you take the 755, breakout. But either way, what I'm trying to get across is the 21 is holding. See, it came back down here and never really got to it. It came back down here and never really got to it. It's down here. It's in a low end of the day today, but it's still above it. So where's my stop? My stop is somewhere right there below the 21. Maybe you draw this little trend line here and put a little note here. So that's it. I don't micromanage it. So I let this run. If it breaks my trend line, it'll most likely break 21, and I'm out. Simple as that. So I have a couple hundred shares of this small stock. It's got tremendous volume. Biotech. I do also have XBI. That's in my long-term portfolio. I have XBI. That's kind of holding, not doing anything, going sideways. Sideways is perfectly fine. I'm collecting premium here. CELH. That one's, they're not doing that bad. 21 it's doing its thing. If decisive close below it, like they say 98 or something like that, I might have to reconsider, and maybe the 50 comes into play. But look at this. It's been holding the 21 ever since it took it, this little breakout right here at 60, 61, 62. You're good to go. You're almost, you went up here to 120. You basically doubled. You had 100% return if you were taking this little breakout right here. And the 21 was your friend all along. So this is trading, guys. Again, hindsight's 2020, but this is how we learn. This is how we learn to spot these things the next time. That's what I constantly do. I try to spot these things for the next time. And if I took this one right here, I made I think it was 5 or 6%. That's not bad. Not 100% return, because it wasn't that setup. But we've had other setups that if we would have stayed in it and the 21 would have held, we would have made good money. So again, look for these things. Let me see. Tesla's been breaking down a little bit, but the 50 seems to be, maybe a line in the sand here. I have the 250 short put, so I'm perfectly fine in here. I know one of you guys has the 266, somewhere around there. So you're still fine. You're still fine. The 50 is still good. So this is nothing to do here. Nothing to do here. The entry would have been right there, right? This breakout right here at 265. That would have been nice. So I mean, I ran my scans. Basically, we don't have anything. I go back to here. We are living below the 50. That's it. Simple as that. You don't do anything. What happens below the 50? Bad things happen below the 50. Okay? Bad things happen below the 50. Good things happen above the 50. Just that simple, guys. I mean, just really, really that simple. The S&P, this is also below the 50. We broke the 21 on really high volume on Powell. That was lying in the sand. Now we're below here. 400 psychological level. We need to clear 400. What's 400? Where the 50's at. It's just that simple. Let me see exactly where it's at. The 50 is at 400.36. See how that works, guys? How those numbers kind of work out? So we need to be above 400, 401, to kind of get back into a trending higher scenario where we start looking to add longs. We might test this low here, this little lower trend line. Still higher lows. So again, still not that bad, but we're still gonna go lower. Another like 10 points, 386 or so. That's gonna hurt a little bit. So let me reactivate this one here, so it kind of give me an idea. We're kind of back in the 2150 scenario. So Not looking good, not looking good at all. But like I said, this is the micro today, yesterday, and on Monday. The macro, short-term macro, on the week is there might be a little rally Thursday and Friday, especially Friday, because the sellers might go away due to the long weekend. We might get a nice little rally tomorrow, because it's not tomorrow, but maybe Friday, because it's the beginning of the month and new money comes in. So that new money coming in, no sellers being around, we might get a little rally on Friday. Again, I'm not anticipating, I'm not predicting, I'm letting price action. First thing I want to see is I want to see this above 400. So we need to be 4 points higher for me to start getting aggressively again going long. Two, next week, it's a short week, so people are still going to be out on vacation and so forth. It's also the beginning of the month. We might flow a little rally into next week from Friday. Friday we have a little rally. We have a continuation on Monday, which now becomes Tuesday because of Monday holiday. So we shall see. And then that's going to be probably short lived. And then most likely we're going to hit our head on the 21, and then we're going to get some more pressure again and see what happens at that point. Same thing here. We might get above 12,000, another couple hundred points on the Nasdaq is really nothing. Might a little rally on Thursday and Friday and so forth. Get above the 50. September is usually a really bad month in the market, volatile and to the downside. So again, as I mentioned in the weekend video, I understand I'm probably going to be taking some heat on my long-term portfolio, which is my short puts, but they're all still above the strike. So I had the 250 on Tesla and so forth. So like I'm still above all that. I have no problem with that because I'm positioning myself for the later part of the year where there should be a rally after October, and the market should finish a little bit higher than current levels after October. So we still have to go through September and through late October to start seeing a little bit of relief and maybe get back up to these highs, maybe a 200, maybe not even up to these highs, but maybe a 200 goes a little bit lower. We hit our head here, and a 21 comes as support, and then this kind of converge a little bit, and then we take off. I have no idea, but that's kind of like what I'm foreseeing here based on this pattern. We could definitely go lower and break this and go back to, these lows or these lows. I have no idea. But what I'm saying is, as of right now, micro, we're below the 50. Stop buying. Just that simple. We get above the 50, start looking at your setups based on your watch list, based on the trend lines you have drawn, and based on the breakouts that have occurred. Strong candidates, the ones I gave you, or even 10. 10 is doing nice. I mean, it's up on a down day. It's relatively around the 21. You don't want to be nickel and dime this here. It's around the 21. It's above the 50. This is an ETF. It's not going to go anywhere. So overall, it's holding this thing. I sold the 80. I got some premium for the 80. So that was holding up pretty good. And again, like I said, just the two that I kind of took a position on today. Again, just because they're holding pretty good. Oh, the other one that I wanted to share. This one. I'm still here. I'm still in this one. This trend line. I showed you a picture earlier this morning. You add on here. I added some position here, and this is my stop. Where's my stop? The 21. Just that simple. This would have been a great breakout right here. You pick it up at 59 or so. You're at 70. Again, these things we're seeing them be, in hindsight, but they occurred. This 55 happened at one point. You saw this, you came back, and then you start going lower. It's like, oh, perfect. I have a little pivot here. This 55 gets taken out. This could be an entry. Boom, you would have gotten at 56. You would have had all this. 21 would have held it. So look for these things. These things happen all the time. Look, happened right there. Look, it happened right there. Look, it happened right there and you got stopped out. How much did you lose? You lost 50 cents. How much did you gain here? $3. How much did you gain here? $6. How much did you gain here? Almost 15 bucks. So again, that's trading. Even back here, you take it at 52, you go to 54. Let's say you get at 53, you made $1. Didn't work out, you made $1. Again, just look for these setups. They're there all the time. but it helps a lot more when we are living above the 50 and definitely above the 21, like back here. Right there, what happened here? We had a nice rally. Why? Because we're above the 50, above the 21. We break down the 21, what happens? We have been down ever since. I mean, get this through, guys. Get this through your head. Learn this. Below the 21, let your foot off the gas pedal. Below the 50, brake, park, get out of the car, you're in cash. You're done. We're back up at the 50, you get back in, and you start, easing your way back into the expressway, into the slow lane. Above the 21, you go to the left side lane, you go to the HOV, and you floor it. I hope that makes sense. All right, guys, be good, and I'll talk to you over the weekend. Any questions, please ask me. Ask me. I'm here to help. I want you guys to keep making money, and I want you guys to stop losing money. And if you're not losing money, awesome. If you're not making money, let me know. And if you're not losing money and if you're making money, incredible. Kudos. Love it.